Chloroplast, simply we know that they will provide green color, and providing green color is not just a reason to having photosynthesis. They also have power to trap the solar energy. So first we will discuss about the structure of chloroplast. If I draw the structure, it can be of like that. It is a double membranous structure, and which having two membranes that are shown in figure, and these two membranes are basically the presence that chloroplast is a membranous cell organelles. Beside this, they have plate-like structure which are attached to each other, just like we attach the coin at superimposed condition. Like we attach coin in superimposed condition. This is the simple structure of chloroplast. Then if I discuss the structure importance, then first I would like to label the diagram. This is outer membrane, that will be inner membrane. Inside the stack of the plates, these are known as grana, and the unit of grana will be known as thylakoid. Each thylakoid having particle-like structure, just like that. These particles are known as chlorophyll. So we can say that chlorophyll present inside the chloroplast. Beside this, they always have on DNA, RNA, and particles of ribosomes. These DNA, RNA, and ribosome help in the process of producing proteins. It means these are the kind of organelles they can produce their protein by themselves, but they cannot replicate themselves. Again, one question arises that what the mean of replication? Replication is a simple process to produce same kind of structure. It means they can produce their own protein, but they cannot produce their numbers. So these kind of organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, they have ability to produce protein, but they cannot replicate themselves. So these kind of organelles will be known as semi-autonomous cell organelle. Semi-autonomous cell organelles. This thing is very important that they have ability to trap the solar energy, because chlorophyll is present in some bundles, in some stacks. These stacks will be known as quantasomes, and each quantasome quantasomes have around 230 molecules of chlorophyll, and they have ability to trap the solar energy. So we can say that if a plant having chlorophyll, they have power to trap the solar energy. Next important thing, that green color will not be always responsible for photosynthesis. We can say that the plant which don't have green color can they produce can they perform photosynthesis? We will say yes. We will say yes because we have an example of red algae, golden brown algae, brown algae, and before this we have green algae. If I discuss about the presence of chlorophyll, they all have chlorophyll. But green algae will have chlorophyll A and B. Red algae will have chlorophyll A and C. And brown algae will have chlorophyll A and D. So we can say that chlorophyll A, which are very important, and this chlorophyll A have power to trap the solar energy. So most of the algae, it means we can say that most of the algae which are producing photosynthesis and they don't have green color but they have chlorophyll A. This chlorophyll A have power to trap the solar energy so that they can perform photosynthesis in case of if they don't have green color. So we can say that chlorophyll A will be the universal chlorophyll. Next we'll discuss about the process of photosynthesis. Initially we have discussed about the simple equation of photosynthesis. I will again write the equation that 6CO2 plus 12H2O in presence of light and chlorophyll, they will produce C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. In this we have discussed that CO2 and water will be the raw material and light and chlorophyll will be the essential material. It means we cannot say that photosynthesis will be happen in the absence of chlorophyll and light. This is very important that there should be chlorophyll and there should be light. Light may be of different type. It may be moonlight, it may be sunlight, because some of the algae can produce photosynthesis. Some of the algae can produce photosynthesis in presence of moonlight also. Next we'll discuss about the light. Normally we know that if I discuss about the light, we have the source of light which will be sun. And we know that sunlight is a combination of different wavelengths lights, like X-ray will be there, ultraviolet ray will be there, visible ray will be there, infrared will be there. Every light, we can say that every light or every frequency having different kind of light. First we will discuss about the visible light. If I discuss about the visible light spectrum of a sunlight, it will start from a wavelength of around 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. We can say that the sunlight which are in the range of 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer will be the visible light, and this visible light will be helpful, or we can say that will be important for the process of photosynthesis, because for the process of photosynthesis there should be visible light. And if I divide visible light, so we can say that visible light is a combination of 7 colors, and these 7 colors can be of, we all know that Vigor, VI, B, G, Y, O and R. Vigor, we all are very familiar about this word. This Vigor is simply known as the combination of 7 colors, and we can say that visible light will be the white light. And if we get spectrum of this white light, we can have 7 colors. Vigor, we know this. We know that V will be violet, I will be indigo, B will be blue, G will be green, Y will be yellow, O will be orange, and R will be red. So if I start range from 400, then we can say that at the range of 400 nanometer there will be violet light, and at the range of 700 nanometer there will be red light. And we all know a simple theory that if a thing which is appearing green, I will again repeat, if a thing which is appearing green, it's green, and we simply study the thing that the thing which is green, which is red, how can we say that this thing is green red? A simple phenomena behind this is that everything which have their own color will reflect the light of their respective color. It means if a leaf looking like green, it is reflecting green light and absorbing rest of the light. So we can say that green leaf will reflect the green light and will absorb rest of the light. And if a thing is appearing red, they will reflect respective color light. They will reflect respective color light. Next, we'll discuss that. After discussing the nature of the light, let's discuss about the how process of photosynthesis will happen. And if I discuss about the process of photosynthesis, photosynthesis is a kind of process in which we have two kind of reaction. First, there will be light reaction. Second, there will be dark reaction. In the process of photosynthesis, we can say that the process will complete after the ending of dark reaction. So we can simply say that photosynthesis is a combination of both light reaction and dark reaction. Let's go to the site of photosynthesis. Site of photosynthesis, and we'll discuss about the individual site of light as well as dark reaction. First, I would like to discuss about the site of light reaction. Initially, we have discussed that chloroplast having plate like structure like that, and these plates are superimposed to each other. Simply know that this is the simple phenomena in which these plates are arranged to each other, and their unit will be simply known as thylakoid, and the whole stack will be granon. So light reaction, because light reaction is why we are calling it light reaction, because light reaction will occur in presence of sunlight. Yani there should be sunlight, and this is very important that they will always happen in presence of sunlight, and the site will be greener. It means in the initial process, the molecule of chlorophyll will trap the solar energy, and the whole process will occur inside the grana. After completing the light reaction, the whole material will go inside the liquid of chloroplast, which is known as which is known as known as stroma. And the second reaction will be dark reaction, and the site of dark reaction will be stroma. Site of dark reaction will be stroma. And the next question again arises, why we are calling it dark reaction? There is a reason behind this. Why we are calling dark reaction to it? Because after completing the light reaction, the dark reaction will start. And if we have light, this process will happen. If we don't have light, this process will happen. But this process should be followed by light reaction. If it means, we can simply say that the product of light reaction will be used as raw material and dark reaction will be used as raw material dark reaction, so it will always be followed by light reaction. Next, so we have two kinds of reaction. First, there will be light reaction which happen inside the grana. Next, we have dark reaction that will happen inside the stroma. And we have simple reason why we are calling it light reaction, because this will present in presence of sunlight. And why we are calling it dark reaction? Because this dark reaction will always be followed by light reaction, and if we have light, this process will happen. If the plant don't have light, this process will happen.